Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the words of the CHOFETZ CHAIM, and we're speaking about the leniency of apetz lasa, which is when three people are told Lashon HaRa in front of them, are they allowed to go and repeat that to other people? So the CHOFETZ CHAIM wants to clarify the details, and I think that it will become pretty clear as we finish going through this chapter that it's almost impossible that a person is going to have a blanket heter, a blanket permission to go and tell over Lashon HaRa just because he heard it in the presence of three other people. Even this that we said, you're permitted to give over the words of Lashon HaRa. First of all, you can have intention to go and reveal it in a public matter. That's referring to the first person who listened to what was being said. Let's say that Reuven is saying Lashon HaRa about Shimon in the presence of three people, and one of those people is Levi, and he's listening to what is being told, and now he's allowed to go, let's just say, he's allowed to go and repeat this information to somebody by the name of Yehuda. But now that Yehuda heard this from Levi, and he only heard it privately, he cannot go now and tell this to anybody else. He'll say, listen, Levi, who told this over to me, he heard it in front of three people, and he was allowed to tell it to me, so I must be allowed to tell it over in front of other people as well. He wants to go now and tell over the Lashon HaRa they heard about Shimon. Cannot do such a thing. Even if when Yehuda goes now and he wants to tell over the Lashon HaRa, he doesn't tell where he heard it from. He doesn't mention Levi's name. He doesn't mention Reuven's name. Doesn't matter. He's not allowed to tell it over. Unless, says the CHOFETZ CHAIM, this is something that is known to everyone. Meaning if everybody already knows this information, and we'll have to see how this is going to work. This is referring to news, this is referring to things that you find posted online, it's referring to social media. Everybody knows about it already, so therefore you have a blanket heter. You're allowed to go and share it willingly with anybody you want. We're going to have to see how that's going to work. Now, says the CHOFETZ CHAIM, this prohibition over here, that Yehuda is not allowed to go and repeat over what he heard from Levi. This applies, of course, when Yehuda, who's hearing it secondhand, he has no knowledge at all of what actually took place. He just heard what Levi told him. Whether Reuven told Lashon HaRa or didn't, he doesn't know. Yehuda is not allowed to believe what Levi says, that Reuven spoke Lashon HaRa. That would be Lashon HaRa itself. But even if Reuven does know that in fact, Shimon Reuven actually spoke Lashon HaRa about Shimon, but he doesn't know, Yehuda doesn't know, did Reuven speak over this Lashon HaRa in front of three people? However, Levi, who was originally one of the three, says, yes, it's true, Shimon told it over in front of three of us. Nevertheless, Yehuda is not allowed to believe what Levi is saying. And he has to be concerned and suspicious that perhaps maybe it wasn't told over originally in front of three people, and therefore he is not allowed to reveal it to the public. And therefore Yehuda, who now heard it from Levi, who Levi is telling him that Reuven said about Shimon, is not allowed to go and reveal this to anybody else. He doesn't have the heter, he doesn't have the permissibility of apetz lasa of three people that he heard it in front of. And therefore, it's not going to work. Now remember, this is really going to get into ideas of news and the like. And Be'ez Hashem, we'll try to clarify as we go through this chapter. Have a wonderful day.